LDBC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, folks. This is a video response to Sperm Monkey, and I'm gonna, he's been subbed to me for a little minute, and I'm gonna shoot this video out before I go and give some stuff to the guy to cut my hair. Folks, here's the thing. He asked, do I think Tank Davis missing weight is because, he's too big for the weight class of 130, or is it because of discipline? In my opinion, I think Tank possibly, I don't know, I think it's a little bit more discipline. I watch his lifestyle. And I watch, how he does things. Tank, he works hard most of the time. But see, Tank is 21 years old. He's a small fella. And he can make that weight class. He'll probably be able to do it, until at least 23 or 24. He'll be able to make that weight class. It really is about the discipline, because if you told Floyd Mayweather, look, we'll pay you $400 million if you can get your weight down to 130 pounds. Do you think Floyd Mayweather would kill himself trying to make that weight? He would do everything in his possibility. He'd do everything possible to make that weight. And I don't feel like Tank really saw it as a sense of urgency to try to make that weight. I think he tried to make the weight, but I don't think he did everything he could to make the weight prior to this happening. You see, making weight, you know about it. When your fight is signed, you know that you got to make weight. You know that you have to start, okay? And I think that he waited too late to start trying to cut the weight. That's just my opinion. See, there's a thing. There's a reason why fighters like, Floyd Mayweather have gotten what they got out of the sport. There's a reason. There's a reason why fighters like, Joe Calzaghe, and people don't really mention him that much, that he can go undefeated. But there's a reason why fighters like Joe Calzaghe, they got what they did out of the sport. See, that there's a reason, and it's not by accident. These guys, they don't do these superhuman things such as going undefeated. They don't do it by accident. Everything is planned. See, you plan to make weight, or you plan to miss it. And what Tank Davis has to really realize, he's got to realize, is that he's got to stop doing some of the things that he's accustomed to doing. See, now, he's a young guy with a lot of money, and, for some young people, they're not in a do-or-die situation. See, when Floyd was that young, he was in a do-or-die situation, okay? Like, when you listen to the story and hear Floyd tell his story, Floyd literally had nothing. So, he had to. At a young age, he had to go do what it took to get it done. But a lot of these fighters now, like Tank, they back in against the wall. Yeah, they may have had bad circumstances, but their back is not against the wall. Floyd really didn't have a support system. See, what it is that Tank Davis got to come to the realization that if he's going to be the best that there is, you can't miss weight. Okay? If he knew he couldn't make the weight, he shouldn't have signed for the fight. Or they should have contracted the fight at a different weight if he knew he couldn't make weight, if he knew he was too big. See, these are things that you know ahead of time when you're signing, to go fight the fight. These are things you already know. Tank Davis knew if he couldn't have made the weight or not. He felt like he could. So when you sign the fight and you feel like you can make the weight and you don't, it's a discipline problem. I tell you what. You look at Tank Davis social media, and I'm talking about go back sperm and look at it from about 3 months back. And when you look at what a person is doing consistently, you can see what kind of results they'll get consistently. And see, I think Tank started too late. If you really want my opinion, I think Tank Davis started too late trying to cut the weight. And I think he was ineffective in doing it. And I think, too, his nutrition was not up to par. He's young, man. He's used to that young lifestyle. Look at this. Boy, these jokers out here wilding out. He's really, really used to doing things a certain way. And, that's the reason why Floyd brought him over to, Las Vegas, so he can get out of some of that mindset. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time for him to get out of that mindset and to really, really do things the way they're supposed to be done. It is. But that's my opinion. If you sign for the fight, if you sign for that fight, and you know for a fact that you can make, if you think you can make the weight, or if he thought he couldn't have made the weight, they should have made a contractual obligation. Hey, let's make it at 135. Let's make it at 135. Or let's make it at 140. Okay? See, that's just how it is. I think Tank, if he is too big for the weight class, now he knows. But I just think people kind of, they get caught up. This man, he's not as disciplined as he needs to be. He's just not. And if he was, there'd be no key. He'd have made weight. He'd have made that weight. And I hate to bring up different fighters into it, but you have certain fighters that they kill themselves. Like Terrence Crawford. He used to kill himself to make 135, but he did. He killed himself to make 140, but it was more important for him to be a professional than to be whatever else that people want him to be. That's how it is. It killed Chris Cyborg to make 140, but she did it. Kill a lot of fighters to make weight, but they do it. Tank Davis is no exception to the rule. And that's just the way that is. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. I'm done. What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.